Alright everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of the DLC for Dark Souls 3. Decided to do a quick jump ahead so you guys don't have to watch the same stuff over and over again. After clearing out the left hand side, we are now aiming to take out the Vikings, or the Knights of Need I like to call them, on the right hand side. And I am pulling these guys over here so I don't have to deal with the dudes with the arrows on top in that tower, which we're soon going to visit. I cannot wait to get inside there. And this has been an easier fight now since I know what to expect out of them and how to counter them. Quickly pick up the shards, which, hey guys, if you need to farm for those shards, there you go. Honestly though, once you are strong enough to pick this area, you could probably just farm a normal spot and get enough EXP to purchase a lot of that anyways. So run up here, take out the tree, and just quickly retreating, making sure that the archers haven't spotted me yet, because that is the number one thing I don't want. I bring out my bow, kind of forgot how to use it real quick, but need to see if I can at least hit these guys, see if I can take them out early. And it's pretty obvious that is not going to happen. Maybe if I brought my great bow, I could have knocked them out of there. Because I think great bows are able to keep going straight for as long as you need them to, which would have been perfect for the situation. Knock them out of the windows, maybe even knock them to their deaths, you never know. But anyways, to try to pull these guys with an arrow instead of pulling aggro, because you don't need two guys shooting arrows at you while you're already fighting one semi-tough enemy and then one fairly tough enemy. Trying to get the arrow on these guys, specifically the wolf, pull him first. Finally get him, and I pull the Viking too. Wolf tries to get behind me, he fails, and I just take him out immediately. And you can tell his buddy's mad, and it is time to just take him out. But be very, very careful about it. And get the backstab in. Hurt him pretty good. Two-hand, whack him a few times. Get ready to block his swing, which honestly, you really want a 100% physical shield around for this area. If you're not good at dodging and such like I am. I mean, I'm decent at dodging. I can make tells easier, but you'll see in future time that there's just moments where I cannot dodge someone worth anything. We're going to go ahead and jump here because I try to pull these guys and I fail for quite a bit. So we'll get to the point where I pull them. Alright, I pulled the wolf and I tried pulling the knight. The knight wasn't buying it. So we're going to just go ahead and take the heat from the two archers and take on this guy. And immediately you can tell the archers have already spotted me. I pull the Viking down here, and it is on. My goal is to just stay away from the archers as best as I possibly can, which is clearly way harder than expected. And it doesn't help that this Viking is not wanting to give himself up too easy. Instead, he is staying his ground. I probably should have tried kicking this shield, see if I can shield break him, but eventually I get the break, his backstab. He almost hits me, I get a few dodges in. I'm trying to end this as quick as I possibly can, so I can finally make my way up to the tower and take out those archers. And here we go, getting a few more strikes in. He hits me once, but it's not too much damage, so, oh, and then I get hit by the arrow. Exactly what I don't want to happen, and then I nearly get killed here. It's like, oh crap. Thank God the archers did not have great aim, or else I probably would have been dead. He goes for his big swing, I get the backstab, and I think I get him here. Yep, got him here. Now I can focus on the archers in the tower, finally, because, you know, they were driving me crazy. Take a quick look, see where they're at, so I know how far up I have to be. I see a little item over there, but then I realize maybe it's not a good idea to go after an item near an edge when there's two archers shooting down at you. So, after the campaign, I'll be posting videos of the new PvP area, and with that being said, for the question there, why don't you guys comment down below, what is your favorite PvP moment? Whether it be you took out a gank spank, you gave a gank spank, you won a lot of fight clubs in a row, you took out the host, knocked someone out in a weird way, anything like that. We're going to be doing those new PvP duels as soon as I possibly can. And here we go. Gotten the first archer, I believe it is. I don't think that they're going to have more than more than two Vikings here. Dispatches this one pretty quick. Didn't seem like it had as much health, or maybe I just output that much damage on them early. And up the tower we go. First floor, not so much. Second floor, can tell this is where that archer was, so this is definitely the first Viking that was here. Then now it's just about to get the second Viking. And here we go, we'll climb up the ladder. I noticed the crystal lizard there, but I was like, there's no way I'm going to get him for right now. And plus, I got to take care of that second archer. So we keep going, and I realize that it's going to take me straight up to that second archer. And I should have taken it a little bit slower here. I tried knocking him off, especially when I realized I had red eyes, because it makes it a whole lot harder to face these guys, let alone that they have wide arc swings and he has a lot more health and he hits like a tank. And I have absolutely no good angles for camera, and he is just tearing me apart. But it's all about surviving and just getting the shots in as you can. Maybe you can get lucky on a backstab like I just did right there. And here it is, you just gotta knock him off. And finally he goes down. I think he takes a back step for a swing. And then he goes for the swing, but unfortunately he was just too close to the edge. He fell off and did exactly what I wanted to avoid. Thankfully, I was able to just survive long enough to give him a backstab and get him close enough to an edge, because quite frankly, you do not want to fight enemies on that small of a platform. It will get you killed real fast. And I'm actually kind of surprised I lasted and survived against him like I did. Now I run down and get some equipment before I go after that last crystal lizard, the English. And here we go, get the 2-3 hits in on that lizard, get to Twinkling Tat Night. And now it's time to go to the very top of the tower, see if there's anyone up there. Normally in an area like this, there's bound to be one more monster, maybe a special monster on top of the mountain, or on top of the tower. Or even a special NPC. Dark Souls 2, or not Dark Souls 2, I always call it Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls expansion has an NPC in a tower. You have to get a key to unlock it, but then you get to meet a special NPC who helps you out with a boss. So yeah, getting closer to the top here, and we're gonna find out what is here. Just kind of taking a look around, making sure there's no hidden items. I noticed that item right there. I was like, oh well, okay, since we're close to the top, let's go ahead and get it. Which, by the way, you totally do not have to do it the way I did it. You can actually drop down to it and save yourself a little bit of time. But I decided to do the jump, and you get that axe, which is pretty cool. I like their axes. I can't wait to try it. So yeah, just waiting here for a moment while I answer a few things real quick. And I do apologize, folks. Normally I wouldn't be taking this long. Alright, and I'm back. So here we go, kind of just making my way around. And up the ladder I go. And this is when I realized that there was absolutely nothing up here. Just an item, I believe. I checked to make sure that there's nothing hidden, but then I found out. And to save a little bit of time, we're going to fall straight back to the bottom. And so back to the bottom we go. Decided to quickly cut that part out so you guys wouldn't have to see it. And here we go, another Viking. Found him. Don't know how I missed him the first time, but with those archers up there, I probably wouldn't even bother going after him until I took out the archers. Quick backstab, try to get some extra damage in. Almost get hammered down. Dodge that one, get another backstab in. And I finish them off with one more swing. These guys are a lot easier once when you understand how to deal with them. You get the heavy gem, all sorts of gems in this map. I'm surprised it's not more gear. Honestly, I probably would have settled with more gear than extra gems. Don't really need those gems, especially after you clear out all the hidden areas. Start climbing up this area, and immediately I hear another wolf. And that was when I decided to back up, because I knew after hearing him howl that there would be more wolves. Wasn't 100% sure. Then I saw the first wolf drop, then the second, and I turn around and look at that, five wolves there. Yeah, it was a smart idea for me to back up into this, and I thought for sure he'd be able to come in. It turns out if you get in this doorway, he cannot come in and attack you, which really saves me a lot of issues, because there's no point facing him and all of his wolf buddies at the same time, especially since you can only have him get stuck in the doorway. Take him out pretty easy, get my Tetanite shard, and now it's dealing with all of his buddies. And the worst thing that could have happened is all of them just ganked me right at the same time. Thankfully, they don't exactly do that, they almost do, but some of the wolves stay out there. And we are just clearing them out. I'm waiting for them to just go ahead and aggro onto me, and they don't, so I decided to come out and take care of them. And down. So yeah, if you guys want an easy way to beat that confrontation right there, there you go. Just run back to the tower, get inside the door, and hide. It's okay if the wolves get past the bigger wolf, because as long as the bigger wolf doesn't get in, then you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Sitting at about 36,000 souls, which normally I would run back real quick, but I did not want to fight all those monsters all over again, so I said to myself, you know what, we're just going to continue. And of course, with every single force drop that you didn't know was coming, followed by a bunch of little drops, generally something's going to happen when you make it to the bottom. So I am just taking it nice and slow. Found the soul. And again, just taking it nice and slow, see what's around me. Because you do not want to fall into an ambush unprepared. Kind of taking my gear. Realized I was equipping things I really didn't need. Ended up equipping the Homeward Bound, which really didn't need, since I have the sword coil, but I fixed that mistake later on. So yeah, getting on to the next area, we can move left and right. And after a little bit of thoughts on it, I decided to go with left, because I'm sure that it would lead to a boss. I see some trees, run up on the trees, not real, ran up onto the next tree, and then I see this guy right here, and I say to myself, this tree has totally got to be real, And it is right. He is an enemy. And we take out that enemy real quick after getting a little bit of frost damage. And then we see another tree, take out that one. Doesn't even get a chance this time to attack us. This one gets aggro on us, and I was like, okay, we might as well just take you out if you're going to go ahead and spew ice at us. So immediately, take out this tree as well. Check myself before I get wrecked. And realize that that tree to the right was fake. Notice that another tree was starting to pull aggro on me, but left me alone. So I decided to pull these bugs right down here. And boy, was that a good idea, because there is no point in facing a lot of monsters that you really don't know their moveset to yet, especially when they're being supported by those trees in the background. So pull the first one, take him out pretty quick. Pull the second one, take him out pretty quick. Realize that there's one more, so I was like, might as well just go ahead and commit. Take him out real quick. And like I was worried about, those trees will definitely get involved if you're not paying attention. So, make my way to the top. First tree already has aggro on me, and I noticed the wolves. Might as well take them out first, especially if they howl. No need to have unnecessary aggro. And a new move from the trees. I was not expecting fireballs. So that's when I started taking some good damage. I was just really wanting to take out the tree as fast as I can before backing off and healing. Which honestly, I don't even think I healed. Yep, I did not heal. I decided to go a little bit ballsy and take a risk. Take out the last tree. Now I go ahead and heal. So now I notice some more wolves, and I start asking myself the question, is this the beginning of the area? Because this looks an awful like the beginning of the area, and honestly I didn't even think that you could get up here. I don't know why. I mean, after reviewing my last video, I noticed that you could totally get up here. But I did not. Fighting this wolf, he's getting support from the tree. And then I start hearing the wolves howl and everything, and I'm just backing up. No need to fight a massive amount of wolves. And have them be supported by the tree as well. First wolf attacks, goes down in 2 hits. Second wolf attacks, goes down in 2 hits. So far an easy walkthrough. Again folks, comment down below what is your favorite PvP moment, especially since I'll start doing the PvP videos as soon as I complete this walkthrough. And it'll be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to do the 3v3, the 2v2, and the single duels. Instead of one and done, you get more than one chance. Gives you plenty of time to readjust strategy and everything. I cannot wait. I'd probably have to say my favorite PvP experience so far in this game was my very first fight club I got involved in. Ended up almost losing to my very first opponent, who was running Warden swords. So he was definitely all about getting me, getting the bleed on and making me die real fast. And I thought for sure he was going to beat me in my very first fight club. I was going to lose my very first fight. I ended up beating 5 in a row before another player came in and killed the host. So yeah, it was a great time. I can't wait to do more. But getting back to it, just kind of checking out the rest of the area, seeing if there was anything I missed now that I'm on the other side. This was when I realized I am definitely back at the beginning and that I could have just gone up this hill. So for you speedrunners out there, don't go all the way down and left. Just go immediately left. Realized I only have 1 Estus flask, so I was kind of contemplating here, should I go back to the beginning or should I continue onward and maybe run into a boss and homeward bone out of it, or find a bonfire. I decided I'm going to take the risk. There should be a bonfire sometime soon. And start heading down. Don't know why I started heading back down. I know for a fact that I turned around and started heading back up. Yep, there we go. So I started heading down, decided, I'm going to take the risk. And see what's ahead, see if it's a bonfire, see if it's more enemies. If it was more enemies, depending how many there were, I was going to back off. And so yeah, going back down the hill, ready to continue on, where I decided to turn left instead. And up the hill we go. And I noticed a bridge. I decided to check the hill, noticed the hole. And normally holes were bad news leading to a bunch of monsters, so I decided to not go down. And I checked the front, noticed that there's another hole and there's a bonfire. And I eventually go ahead and continue on from here. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful night. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Any help to my YouTube channel will be great. You'll find all my social media accounts down in the description below. And I cannot wait to see you guys for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night.